What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going over what I've been buying during this Pokemon dip. There's deals all around us. Prices are so much lower than they were in late 2020 or early 2021. So I've been snagging stuff left and right, really just sniping, really focusing in on what it is that I want to collect. And I've been buying this stuff when I've been finding good deals on eBay, Mercari, Facebook groups. So we'll go over sealed products, then we'll go over loose cards that I've been buying. One of my favorite things that I've bought is an XY Evolutions booster box, and not just one, but I've bought two right here. I found these at a really great deal, both for like 550 bucks. I bought them through a seller on a Facebook group. That's the way to go, you guys. PayPal goods and services, no taxes. The price the seller names is the price that you pay. So I'm so stoked to have these. I'm definitely looking to pick more of them up. Hopefully I can keep finding some good deals. Maybe prices are going to go even lower. We'll see. But this is a set that I think is going to do great long term. Just a couple months ago, we saw XY Evolutions going over $1,000 bucks. So I'm so happy to see this set coming back down. Now, I did buy this case. This is from TCA Gaming. Really love that guy. I bought a bunch of stuff from him. I'll be showing you guys later as well. A great case, very thick. And this is going to protect this booster box. Like, there's nothing that's going to bend this box or knock it over or rip the seal or nothing. And these boxes that I bought, I made sure that they were in mint condition. So the boxes, like the paper on the box, it's very flat, it's sturdy, there's no dents, the corners are sharp, and there's no break on the seals or anything like that. So these are boxes that I definitely want to keep sealed. And hey, if I want to rip them open, at least I know that the packs inside have not been damaged, the cards that is. So I've picked up some XY Evolutions, and of course, you know, I had to pick up some Vivid Voltage because prices on that have been tanking. Now, this wasn't the best deal that I could find. I actually bought this right as prices were dipping. This shop that I've been asking if they had Vivid Voltage in stock forever reached out to me and said, hey, I have a box, are you interested? And so I bought it, not knowing at the time that prices were going down. So I bought it a little bit more expensive than some of the prices that are out there now, but whatever, I still want this in my sealed collection because Vivid Voltage is such a special set to me. It is a set that was being released as I was coming in to Pokemon TCG again since being a kid and collecting this stuff. So Vivid Voltage was kind of the set that came out when I came back into the hobby. Now, I do have a case for this. This is not by TCA Gaming. It's pretty decent quality. The thing I like about the TCA Gaming case is that the corners, like the edges, they're rounded. This one's sharp, but that's no big deal. But look how this arrived. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a crack right there. Turning it around, there is a huge crack like this big. That's about 2 to 3 inches. And so I was really disappointed that it was like that. I opened up a case on eBay and reached out to the seller. I ended up getting a refund, thankfully, and I ended up keeping it. So I still have it in there. The cracks here on the cases aren't very sharp, so I don't think it's going to damage the booster box inside. So I just ended up putting it in there, but for display purposes, it's, you know, it's an eyesore, definitely. So I got Vivid Voltage, and I also got Darkness Ablaze right here. Now, I actually ended up picking this up a couple months ago. I'd never showcased this on video, but this was the very first booster box that I ended up picking up. And I bought it, believe it or not, at the hype of Pokemon just a couple months ago when things were crazily overly priced. But I bought it at a price that is very similar to what it is now. So it's essentially like me buying the dip with Darkness Ablaze. I think it's a cool set. I've been contemplating over the past couple months since I bought this whether I should keep this long term or not. I'm not quite sure. I know the prices are going to go up, especially because you have Charizard right there in the front, and it's perfect for display. It's perfect to open and chase that Charizard card, which we ended up pulling in one of those videos from a couple weeks ago, I want to say. So beautiful card. I think you can't go wrong with Darkness Ablaze, but I don't know. It's not a set that I'm like truly in love with. Like when you're talking modern, I really love Vivid Voltage. There's so much that you can pull out of this set right here, and especially evolutions, there is a ton that you can pull out of this here. So yeah, I don't know if I should keep Darkness Ablaze or not, but it's definitely a cool sealed product, so I'm definitely not gonna open this, especially since I pulled the Charizard, and probably keep it sealed either as my display, you know, in my display collection, or sell it off down the road. But I did end up buying more Vivid Voltage when they were super low. I think I bought some at $112 each, which is crazy, but look at how they arrived. The company that I bought them with ended up shipping them so terribly. They didn't fill up the dead space, they didn't bubble wrap each box, and the boxes were moving around probably in transit while they were being shipped and delivered, and the boxes were damaged. This Pokemon logo on the seal had rubbed off and was all over the box, and it was terrible. So I opened up a case immediately and returned that stuff. But yeah, I've been having some pretty bad luck in terms of buying stuff. I'll be showing you guys some more stuff that I've run into. Unfortunately, it's not been good. So definitely be careful when you're buying this stuff. Make sure they're authentic, and make sure that they get delivered as they're being advertised, as you see them in the listing or in photos that sellers send you. So some other stuff that I've been buying have been sealed packs, and I've been buying exclusively from Premier Pokemon. If you guys don't know them, they do amazing box breaks, not just with vintage, but with modern as well. Here's a base set booster pack that I bought from them. It's a Blastoise artwork, but look carefully. Look at the trading card game right there, that logo. It's a misprint. So I thought that was pretty neat. You have the letters that are kind of offset, so it almost looks like a 3D effect, kind of like a glitch effect. I'm definitely trying to collect more sealed vintage packs, and I want to get them graded. This one, I don't think I got this from Premier Pokemon. I bought this sealed as a light pack from someone, but it's a fossil first edition, so I can't go wrong there. And I've shown some of this stuff here before. Not sure if I've shown this one, but Gym Heroes right here, first edition with the Erica artwork. This one I've definitely shown. Actually, you guys saw me pull this from a heavy mystery box, one of those Walgreens ones that were released, I think, like late 2020. But this is an unlimited version, but it does have Sabrina, which is my favorite gym leader. Here we have a Team Rocket first edition with what better artwork than Jesse and James right there. So sick. And then of course I have my Neo Genesis first edition pack. Meganium artwork. Sucks that we couldn't pull the Lugia in that box because it was in that box. This pack came from a box that contained the first edition Lugia. So awesome, but still pretty cool that we have the pack here. And then this is actually an open pack of a heavy Team Rocket first edition pack that I ended up pulling. I pulled the Dark Dugtrio holographic out of there. I'm so stoked about that. So that was so rad. I made a whole video on that, but definitely check out Premier Pokemon if you're looking to get into vintage, or if you're looking for like even modern box breaks and stuff like that. They are the guys to do it. They won't scam you. They only buy authentic stuff. They got your back. This is the stuff that I'm so hesitant on buying, is vintage stuff, because it's faked. People will advertise something as heavy when it's really a light pack. So that is why I only buy from those guys. So if you do want to check them out, I have the link in the description down below. I'm not sponsored by them. I just really love those dudes and what they do. And hey, if you end up buying from them, let them know that Stoked send you. Now my plan for these, except this one because it's opened, my plan for these is to get them all graded. I pretty much know that they're all light packs at this point. Although not all the holos were pulled out of these two boxes that these two booster packs came out of. So, man, and I do have the urge to kind of open them up and see what's inside, especially with this one, because you could end up pulling the Dark Charizard out of there, even if it's a non-holo. Pretty sick card to have, especially in a first edition. So yeah, I don't know. These are the two packs that if I were to open any of them, it would definitely be these two. And that's the great thing, is that you can verify with them if you end up getting a light pack or a heavy pack, and they randomize it and they give everyone a fair chance at that, and they'll ship you out the packs sealed if they come out to be light. They don't want to open them. They don't want you to lose money. And I definitely would not want these packs, like this base set pack or this Neo Genesis pack, open, because they're so expensive. and they're definitely not worth opening up just to get non-holos out of there. The best thing to do with light packs like these, or packs that you're not comfortable opening, are to grade them, because more and more of these packs are being opened and they're becoming more rare by the day. So that is my little tip, but let me show you guys something else that's pretty cool that Premier Pokemon ended up doing a little while ago. So Premier Pokemon ended up doing a World Cup with Pokemon cards. So essentially everybody would enter, they would get 3 rounds, and they would pack battle. And after those 3 rounds, they ended up going to the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and eventually the finals. Well, I ended up getting to the quarterfinals, so I ended up coming out of this with a bunch of cards. So I kind of want to open these. I kind of want to see some of the cards that I pulled, because I have not looked at these since that live stream of watching me win some of those pack battles, and it was a bunch of great sets. So let's open this up here and see what we got. So this was Shining Legends, and this was the set that I actually lost on. So we had How, Torracat, Plusle, which I love that artwork, look at that, Jinx, we have Crocona, Scraggy, Scrafty, Floatzel, Energy Retrieval, Energy, and our rare was a Hoopa. So that's the pack that made me lose, but let me show you some of the winning packs because they're pretty sick. So this was Cosmic Eclipse. This was essentially the 3 rounds, the first 3 rounds. So we have a Magnemite, Spheal, Tangela, Deerling, Temple, Snorunt, Litleo, Drillbur, Rockruff, Nosepass, Poniard, Eevee, Stuffle, Teddiursa, Duskull, Golett, Coughing, Tropius, Togedemaru, Absol, Delmice, and then here we have a rare Crabominable. We have Palosand, Chaotic Swell, Guzma and Hala, Island Challenge, Erica, Tag Call, and then some energies. And here's what we ended up pulling. So we got a holographic Rosa, and we got a Magnemite. How sick is that card? I think I ended up pulling this out of one of those dollar packs, but I'm pretty sure that the condition on this one is a little bit better because those dollar packs are so flimsy. So look at that. I love this card. Lieutenant Surge just polishing up one of his Magnemites. So awesome. I do love Cosmic Eclipse for that, the throwback to the Kanto region. But here we go. They also opened up evolutions. So let me show you what we got out of there. Super Energy Retrieval, Brock's Grit, Blastoise Spirit Link, Staryu, Doduo, Weedle, and look how off-center that is. I wonder if that would get an OC. It doesn't have the dots, but yeah, very off-center. Machamp, Energy, Haunter, Magikarp, Onyx, Sandshrew, Vulpix, Blastoise Spirit Link again, Kakuna, Dugong, Electabuzz, Drowsy, Ponyta, Nidoran, Machop, Slowbro Spirit Link, Kakuna. We have a Fairy Energy Retrieval there, Onyx, Magikarp, Hitmonchan Holo, and I don't have this card, I don't believe I do. A Starmie Break card, which these cards are very interesting. Pokemon are gold, and there's like a silver checkered background sort of. And right behind it, we got the full art Mega Venusaur EX. So sick. So these were, like I said, from the Premier Pokemon box breaks, and the World Cup was a very interesting way to open up a box, you know? Like everyone opens a box regularly and distributes the packs and opens them up and stuff like that. So that was a ton of fun. I know I'm talking about them a lot, but this is the kind of stuff that excites me that they do over there, so definitely check them out. Now, I bought a ton of singles from the WotC era, so vintage Pokemon cards, and I want to show you guys something here. So I bought them from Troll and Toad, and for the most part, things went well. But these are some of the cards that I was really disappointed in. And even though they're for my binder collection, I still like to open it up and The C card's in good condition, even if it's in the binder. But these are some of the cards that were sent to me. So first off, we have Bill. So you can see there's like a bend essentially on the side of the card there. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's like the whole side of this card is bent, and same with the top here. So definitely not near mint condition. This Kangaskhan right here, there's a crease on the bottom. This Wigglytuff is hard to show on camera, but there's like a bunch of stains on the surface. This energy right here has a scratch on the eye, which is essentially what you look at when you see this energy. And I know I might be sounding a little bit picky with this stuff, but it was really this last card that pushed me over the top. So here we have the Scyther. Not too bad, right? Can't really see anything. Let's go ahead and turn it to the back. Look at that crease on this bad boy. Like, this is a near mint card. Are you kidding me, dude? I mean, something very well could have happened during transit, and that's fine. But this is not near mint. So this is why I'm like returning some of these cards, because I'm definitely returning this one. Might as well return some of the other ones. And I'm not hating on Troll and Toad. Like, I definitely buy stuff from them here and there, but these cards were not in near mint. So I sent them a message and trying to get everything resolved and see how that's gonna go. But here are some cards that I did end up buying from them that I am very satisfied. So we have a holographic first edition Machamp right there, and I do have this card. Actually, I have many of these cards in the stack, but I'm actually going through some of them, seeing some imperfections in the cards from my childhood collection. So I'm trying to replace some of them with more near mint condition cards. So one of them is the Machamp right here. And I'll go through these kind of quickly with the uncommons and commons. So we have Dragonair, Charmeleon, Haunter, Kadabra, Machoke, Magikarp, Raticate, Wartortle, Caterpie, Charmander right there, Diglett, Coughing, Magnemite, Metapod, Pikachu, Yellow Cheeks, and of course Pikachu is Yellow Cheeks because this is an unlimited card. Red Cheeks only exists in the Shadowless or first edition, and I only buy pretty much unlimited from my binders. So no Red Cheeks there. Ponyta, Sandshrew, Squirtle, Voltorb, Pokemon Breeder, Scoop Up, Pokemon Center, Pokedex, Professor Oak, Energy Removal, Potion, and then we're getting into Jungle. So we have a Clefable right here, Snorlax, Victory Bell, Executor, Fearow, Gloom, Parasect, Rhydon, Seeking, Execute, Goldeen, Jigglypuff, Nidoran, Paris, Spearow, and then we're getting into Fossil. So we have a Holo Lapras right here. So OG, love this Lapras card. Definitely takes me back to the 90s. We have an Aerodactyl right there. Ditto, Moltres, Raichu. Look at that chubby Raichu. So it wasn't just Pikachu that was chubby back then. It was Raichu as well. We have Golem, Magmar, Amistar, Sandslash, Weezing, Grimer, Horsey, Kabuto, Krabby, Psyduck, and Gambler. So now base set 2, we have the Poliwrath right here. This card is holographic. And right behind it we have another holo Wigglytuff right there. We have a Dragonair, Electabuzz, Mr. Mime, Arcanine, Nidorina, Voltorb, Energy Removal, Gust of Wind, and we got something in the back here that is shiny and red, and it is the Dark Charizard, holographic from Team Rocket, not the first edition, but again, this is for my binder collection, and it's in really good condition as well. So what an awesome card right here. It doesn't have a swirl, I don't believe, but nonetheless, what an amazing card. So super happy that I have that now in my collection. Right behind it, we have the Team Rocket Sneak Attack, and then this is holographic. This is the Rainbow Energy from Team Rocket. And then some of the non-holos. So Dark Arbok, there's a Dark Charizard, non-holographic again. So back in the WotC days, with some of the sets like Team Rocket, Jungle, Fossil, they ended up reprinting the same holographic cards as non-holos. So you have that right here with the Dark Charizard, you have Dark Gyarados, Dark Vileplume, Dark Weezing, Ekans, and then some promos that I needed were Mewtwo, Arcanine, and Zapdos right here. And this Wartortle has the W stamp right there, that gold W stamp, and that is for Wizards of the Coast. This was kind of like a promo card, not a Black Star promo, but a type of promo card that came in a magazine back in the day. My mom actually ended up getting me that magazine as a kid because I wanted this card. As soon as I saw it and I saw that W, I'm like, huh, that's something different. None of the kids in the school are gonna have this card, so I would bring it with me to school and I would show kids this card and they would all freak out. Now that card is not in the best condition because I took it to school, like I said, as a kid. I handled it, I, showed it around, so I wanted to buy one that was a little bit more pristine, but I don't think I'm gonna end up selling that card because that's such a special card. Any card that I have a memory attached to it, I'm going to hold on to it. So we have this Wartortle, and then right here, I ended up buying these cool energies. They're from Heart and Gold, Soul Silver, and I just think they're amazing. So let's go through them. You have Umbreon right there for the dark energy, Sudowoodo for fighting, you have the Ho-Oh for the fire, Celebi for the leaf, you have Ampharos for the electric, Espeon for the psychic, and Lugia for the water. These are some of the coolest energies ever, man. And I still need the steel energy to complete the set. And there's also holographic versions of these cards, so I'll definitely be picking some more of those up. I hope you guys are still here because we have more fire to show you. So these are the Toys R Us promos. I have every single one now, so I've completed the set, but these were some of the ones that I still needed. Was the Ponyta, you have the Slowpoke right there, and then the Tangela. So I have these three that now help me complete the collection of the Toys R Us promo cards. So sick. I love these, and I really love going to Toys R Us as a kid, so I had to pick up these cards. Besides that, I also picked up some of the futsal promos. These are the only three that you can pretty much pick up right now. You have Eevee and Grookey, which came out about a year ago, and then Score Bunny, which came out, I want to say, last month. So I've had the Eevee and the Grookey, but I ended up buying a couple more because I wanted the Score Bunny, so I just bundled them together. But they're amazing cards. I mean, look at it. These are English exclusive promo cards, and the Pokemon are wearing England's jersey, and they're playing soccer. I mean, how awesome is that? These are really cool promos that I think are going to be very valuable long term. It's Pokemon playing sports, and they're playing soccer, a very popular sport. Now we're still waiting on Sobble and the Pikachu version. So I cannot wait until those cards come out. The Pikachu is going to be super tough to get because it's an exclusive card to the training camp for little kids. So a little kid's going to have that card out there. One of the parents just ends up taking it and listing it on eBay. That sounds so dark and so wrong on so many levels, but I would really love that card in my collection. So hopefully one ends up going on the market. But these are the last two singles that I want to show you guys that I picked up, and they're pretty fire. Right here, we have an Expedition Charizard. This is a non-holographic, non-reverse holo, just a plain non-holo Charizard, but a very sought after card. And I bought this card. This is still Wizards of the Coast, and I would love one day to collect all the Wizards of the Coast sets as well as the EX sets. Now, those are some pretty bold statements, and I don't know if I will ever be able to do that, but those are, some of my top goals for Pokemon collecting. So I picked this card up. If I end up doing a binder set, I'll throw it in there. Right now I have it in the Card Saver 1 in case I want to grade it. And it's in pretty decent condition. I mean, you could see the bottom right corner there. It does have a nick, but I think that's pretty much it. I looked at the surface. There's no scratches, no dents, no creases. So the card's great, and I really love it. And last but not least, here we go. We have a Charizard. Now, take a look at this card closely. This is not base set Charizard, and you could probably tell because it has a little icon right there, and that icon stands for the Legendary Collection. But this is not the regular Legendary Collection Charizard, the one that you pull out of a booster pack. This is a Charizard that's exclusive from a Lava theme deck that was part of the Legendary Collection. And the way to tell is because this Charizard is non-holo. This is the only base set reprint, basically this artwork by Mitsuhiro Arita, that is non-holographic. Base set is holographic. Base set 2 is holographic. Legendary Collections is holographic. and it also has a reverse holo. There is a Stormfront version, which was a recreation, still holographic. The evolution is holographic and a reverse holo available. And the next one coming out is in Celebrations, which we're anticipating it being holographic. I believe all the cards in that set is holographic. This is the only non-holo version of this Charizard. So I'm super stoked to have this in the collection. And again, I put in the Card Saver one because I'm not sure if I want to add this to the binder or if I want to grade it. But looking at the back, it's in great condition. I probably estimate a PSA 8 or 9. I'm not going to give my hopes up for a 10, but it's pretty well centered as well. So I'm super happy to have that in the collection. Now, before I end this video, I want to show you guys something else that I picked up, and this was a pretty pricey item as well. This is not Pokemon related, and I do collect non-Pokemon TCG stuff as well. So maybe if you guys are interested down the road, I can show you guys some of the stuff that I buy outside of Pokemon, but I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, and maybe you guys have played the video games as well. And I noticed that there was a TCG for Kingdom Hearts, so I wanted to pick up some booster boxes. Now they're super pricey. Any booster box that you buy with Kingdom Hearts is expensive. Basically, I bought the Skyridge or the Legendary Collection or the Deoxys, or I don't know what other analogy that you could use with Kingdom Hearts, but I basically bought the most expensive booster box of the TCG series. It's called Light and Darkness, and I was so stoked to find this. This was in mint condition. However, you guys can probably tell it is not in mint condition right now. You see this little flap here is kind of pushed in. Well, in the photos it was flat and it was completely intact all the way around, and when I received it, I noticed that there was a big crease right here, and the worst of all was the corner right there is completely dented in. And so I'm just heartbroken because these boxes, they're not as available as Pokemon stuff, and that's why I compared it to something like Skyridge or Legendary Collection. It is like so rare and so hard to find, and I was just so happy with this purchase when I had made it. And the seller was really good, really responsive, and they're completely understanding of the situation. So it's not like, you know, this is a nightmare or anything like that. It's all going to get resolved. That's what it's looking like, at least as of right now. But I'm crushed, man. I'm crushed that this was beaten up, and I've just been having, like I showed you guys with some of the cards, some of the Vivid Voltage boxes, like I've just been having some terrible experiences buying stuff lately. Stuff arriving in the condition that they're not advertised as. And I don't know what the deal is with the post office, man, but they are destroying my stuff. Granted, some of the stuff were the seller's fault, but I don't think that is in this situation right here. So I just wanted to show this box in case I don't end up picking one up here in the future, and you know, just to get it on camera, because I think this is beautiful and the cards inside are even more beautiful. This was going to be part of the sealed collection, so it was not going to get cracked open. But yeah, there's that. So I feel like I just ended it on a negative note, which is not what we're all about. We're all about stoked feels here. I'm definitely stoked. I mean, look, we have the Dark Charizard right there. We have the non-holo Legendary Collection Charizard right there. The Expedition Charizard right there. I mean, there's a lot that I'm very happy and I'm very thankful for. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I've also been buying a lot of Hidden Fates as well. The Elite Trainer boxes specifically. So yeah, a lot of stuff that I'm very thankful that I've been able to buy. But I want to know in the comments down below, let me know what you guys have been picking up during this dip. And if you guys like this video, make sure you rock smash that like button, subscribe for more videos just like this. And until next time, keep chasing those stoked feels.